It was a quiet evening. Rain tapped softly against the windows, and I was home alone, scrolling on my phone. Nothing unusual. Until a knock shattered the silence. It wasn't gentle. It was firm. Deliberate. When I opened the door, a man stood there. Tall. Dripping wet. And he smiled at me like he had been waiting. "Hello, Ethan," he said. My blood froze. I had never seen him before in my life. For a moment, I thought I misheard. "Do I know you?" I asked. The man tilted his head, eyes narrowing. "You don't remember me? That's a shame. But I remember you." I wanted to shut the door, but his hand shot out, gripping the frame tightly. The smile on his face never faltered. "I've been looking for you," he whispered. Panic rose in my chest. "Look, I don't know who you are. You need to leave." But he didn't move. His eyes darted past me, scanning the house as if he already knew what he'd find inside. Then he said something that made my stomach twist. "Your mother isn't here tonight, is she?" I hadn't told anyone she was working late. I slammed the door and locked it. My hands trembled as I backed away. But then I heard it, slow, steady knocking. Not frantic. Not angry. Just patient. Like he had all the time in the world. "Ethan," he called through the door. "You can't hide from me forever." I dialed 911, whispering into the phone. But when the operator picked up, the line went dead. Static hissed, then silence. The phone had lost signal. My chest tightened. I ran upstairs to my room, grabbed my old baseball bat, and peeked through the blinds. The porch was empty. The man was gone. Or so I thought. When I turned, he was standing in the yard, smiling up at my window. That night, I barely slept. I kept the lights on, and the bat by my bed. By morning, the stranger was gone, leaving only muddy footprints on the porch. I told my mom everything. She frowned, then went pale. "Did he say your name?" she asked. I nodded. She whispered something I'll never forget. "It can't be him. Not after all these years." I demanded answers, but she refused. She just told me to stay inside and lock the doors. The next few days were quiet. I almost convinced myself I'd imagined it. Until another knock came. This time it was softer. When I looked through the peephole, no one was there. But taped to the door was a photograph of me, sleeping in my bed. I dropped it in shock. Someone had been in the house. I showed Mom. Her face turned ashen. She grabbed the photo, crumpled it, and whispered, "He found us." I shouted at her to explain, but she only said, "You need to trust me. If he comes back, don't let him in." That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Who was he? Why did he know my name? Around midnight, I heard tapping on my window. I froze. Slowly, I pulled back the curtain. The stranger stood outside on the lawn, smiling, holding a phone to his ear. Seconds later, my own phone buzzed on the desk. An unknown number. I didn't answer. The voicemail he left still haunts me. "Open the door, Ethan. I just want to talk. You owe me that much." The next morning, I confronted Mom again. She finally broke. Tears welled in her eyes. "When you were little, your father did terrible things. He crossed dangerous people. When he vanished, I thought it was over. But that man, he's connected. He's been looking for us for years." I couldn't process it. My father had left when I was 6. I barely remembered him. And now some stranger was at my door because of him? Mom gripped my hands. "Promise me, Ethan. If he comes back, don't listen to him. He'll twist everything. He's dangerous." I wanted to believe her, but part of me needed answers. The following night, the knocking returned. 3 slow raps. My heart pounded. Against all reason, I opened the door a crack. The stranger smiled. "Thank you." I tightened my grip on the bat. "What do you want from me?" He stepped closer, his voice low. "The truth. Your father wasn't who you think. He didn't leave you. He was taken from you. By your mother." My stomach twisted. "You're lying." "Am I?" he said. "Ask her about the night she disappeared with you. Ask her why she changed your name." I slammed the door. My head spun. Could it be true? The next morning, I demanded the truth from Mom. She went silent, tears streaming down her face. Finally, she whispered, "I did what I had to do, to keep you safe." But she wouldn't say from what. That night, I woke to hear the back door creak open. I crept downstairs with my bat. In the kitchen, I saw the stranger. He wasn't breaking in. He was sitting calmly at the table waiting. "Your mother can't protect you forever," he said. "You deserve to know who you are." Before I could react, Mom appeared, holding a knife. Her voice shook. "Get out." The man only smiled. "It's too late. He knows I'm real now." Then, just as calmly, he walked out into the night. The police searched but found nothing. No fingerprints. No evidence he'd ever been there. Weeks have passed. Sometimes I still hear knocking at night. Sometimes I see a shadow standing at the edge of the yard, watching. I don't know if the stranger was telling the truth about my father. I don't know if I can trust my mother. All I know is this. The man at my door knew my name. And I have a feeling he'll be back.